$1.25. Nice and simple. All right, so we are live. Hey, what's cracking? How we doing today? How is your Friday? We are making cheesecake cups. So we did a little earlier dessert. We did some dessert, and what we have right here, I don't know if you can see them real well, is our oatmeal cookie cheesecake crust. So when we look at this, hopefully it doesn't break. Ah, look at that. We're gonna put a cheesecake on top of that. But essentially, I need to cool these down because, I mean, you can eat that just as it is. That is just an oatmeal cookie. But we need to cool these down so that when we do cook them, again, they don't overcook. There's nothing worse than like a dry ass oatmeal cookie. Now, do you like oatmeal? Oh, these are perfect. Look at that. Not one broke. That never happens. But yeah, look at that. And hopefully they don't all fall down. But essentially what we got right here, right, is your oatmeal cookie crust. And so if you see that, we will be putting cheesecake on there, but I need this to cool down. So we have our cheesecake over here that we made. Just a nice little simple cheesecake batter, nothing too crazy, nothing, I ain't doing nothing real special with it, but essentially I guess it is kind of special because it is a cheesecake, oatmeal cheesecake cookie. Oh, you sell it to me? Thank you, I appreciate that, I love that. If you will see some of the, I've actually made this recipe before many moons ago on my channel, so The recipe is in there, and I appreciate that. Where are you tuning in from? Let me know where you're coming in from. And if you want the recipe to this, or anything that I make in a little bit, holler at me. Let me know. So we have, I guess technically really all I need to do is I'm letting that cool down, and then I'm going to put them back into the cup, and then I'm going to actually fill the top of them with this cheesecake batter, cook them for 20 minutes, and then should be ready to rock and roll. But give those cheesecake cups another, I don't know, 5 or so minutes to cool down. And you can see earlier we did a smashed potato. So these are technically just gold potatoes that we smashed down into, nice little side dish. So nice and easy. But now we have to make some sandwiches. So we got some croissant sandwich. Essentially what we're gonna do with this, my client, he likes his croissants, so we're gonna do 3 croissant sandwich. You gotta be careful with this, right? I always like using a serrated knife. Anytime you're cutting bread, you want to use that serrated knife. Ola, how we doing today? How's your Friday? Talk to me. Did you have the day off? Is it nice where you're at? It's freezing cold. I was just in the grocery store and it was completely packed. I actually had to wait in line for the checkout line. And that was the one that you actually scan yourself. You know it's bad when you have to wait in line for the checkout line that you scan yourself. Yeah, so if you have to go to the store today, I don't recommend going. Save that for tomorrow. But who knows, it might be crazy tomorrow too. So that's just part of what happens when you wait till the very end to try to do your shopping, right? But essentially we have our 3 croissants here. We're gonna put some mustard, we're gonna put some ham, we're gonna put some cheese, and yeah, it's gonna be good. So I'm doing really well, having a lazy me day. You know what? You deserve that. I think a lot of times people don't give themselves the benefit of the doubt, right? It's like we're always so go all the time, and you need some time for yourself. And a lot of times we feel like some sort of way whenever we're just sitting there watching Netflix or watching a live stream, or, you know, it's like, no, you need your me time, because this weekend might be difficult if you're going to see Easter people or family for Easter, you know? It's like, give yourself some me time, relax a little bit. So essentially, we are going to do some ham and cheese croissant sandwiches. So I don't know if you've ever seen these before. This is a buffalo wing cheddar cheese. Now if you like buffalo wing and you like spice, you might like this. And these are, this has slowly become one of my favorite cheeses. Like you can see, I actually sliced it up nice and thin for me, so that's a first. So, you know what? Let's add like a cheese and a half here. And then we're using a little bit of the ham. And so this could be something that you do if you're eating Easter ham, you have extra ham left over. Make yourself some croissant sandwiches. I feel like my head's cut off here. Let me move this down a little bit. There we go. You're a spicy person? Hell yeah. You would love this. So Dietz & Watson is a pretty universal brand, but it's the buffalo wing cheddar. I'll show that to you. Buffalo wing cheddar. I don't know if it's backwards for you or not, but buffalo wing cheddar, like, slowly becoming one of my favorite cheeses right now. So we got the ham off the bone. And so essentially with this is a nice, and these are meal prep type of sandwiches, right? Ham and cheese, you make it nice and easy. But the best part is you can eat this whenever you want. You cook this up, you have it in the fridge, it saves you the time and effort. And the thing is I think a lot of times when we're trying to meal prep or we're trying to eat healthy, or we always think, oh, we got to eat a whole bunch of salads and whatnot. But you know what? This is 300 calories. It's gonna be good. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the best thing for you, but it tastes good, right? All right. So nice and simple. Nice little ham and cheese. Don't have to go too crazy. We're gonna bake this in the oven for about, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. Because you don't want to overcook it, because essentially you might heat it up later, or you could always just you could eat it cold, to be honest. But I find it's better a little heated up. So let's put this in the oven a little bit. We'll let that cook down a little bit. Let me wash off my cutting board. And so we are back to action. So we were just live on Instagram for about an hour and a half or so, and we were making the start of our oatmeal cheesecake cups. Nice little dessert. Then I said, you know what? I want to go onto my YouTube community and start going live there. So I'm finishing it up over here. So greetings from Texas. Where are you from? Pittsburgh, PA. I got the Pirates hat. I don't know if it's backwards, but Pittsburgh, PA. We are live from the East Coast at a client's house where I am a personal chef and a personal trainer. And so, we start making content whenever I'm over at my client's house. And I usually save it for Fridays to do some live streams. And I've been having fun with it, talking to you guys and trying to just connect a little bit more. Tennessee? Oh, okay, so we're all over the place. You guys are more central. What time is it right now in there? Is it 2 hours behind Central Time? Live from Tennessee. Now, what do you do in Tennessee? Do you guys like to go on hikes? What's the difference? What do you do? What does a Tennessee and a Texan person do? What is an average day? What do you guys do for fun? Everybody thinks like Texas rodeo, 256. Okay, so it is. Okay, yep, it is a couple hours behind. What do you guys do for fun over there? Anything special? 356. My girlfriend would have been pissed. But look at these wraps. I don't know if you guys like using different types of wraps, but these are only 60 calories. And I tell you what, they don't taste like dirt. Some of these times where you get like these cheap wraps, they taste like shit. Like they taste almost like too healthy. But these are like just right. They're on the verge of like kind of tasting bad, but they don't. It's weird. You can see. But essentially what we're going to do with these, we're going to do a buffalo wing. We'll do buffalo wing cheddar mixed with buffalo. Is it chicken? Oh, let me check. Yeah. The buffalo wing chicken breast. Hike, swim, fish. Yeah, okay. So you have more of that outdoors. Now, is the weather normally nice? Going hikes, walks, fishing? Oh, you guys are all awesome. Now, what do you do? Like, is the weather nice most of the time? Because I know in Pittsburgh over here, we literally have like you can go through all 4 seasons in one day. That's how crazy it is over here. So it's like for us to sit there and want to go hiking, it's not as accessible as maybe it is over in your area. Yeah, it's nice. Shit. I gotta get myself to Texas. I actually told myself that I was gonna go to Austin. Now, is Austin a good place? I heard it was like a up and coming town. I mean, I'm 34, so it's like, yeah. And the thing is like when you do different types of, you go to like different states, like everybody has their own thing. You know, everybody does their own thing over there, and I'm always curious because at least I know over here, like some places are known for like their food, some places are known for their outdoors, you know, their outdoor life. I'm always curious what it's like in other cities and other states. So that's what makes the world go round, if you think about it. Is being able to explore and have different things to do, and you know, it just makes it fun. But what are we gonna put in here? I'm gonna put some green peppers. I don't know how many stickers I gotta put on my damn green peppers. I just ripped off 3 stickers. Like, I get it. I'll pay for it. And now, here's a little trick for you. With the pepper, now since you're watching, you want to cut off one edge, right? Just like this. And then, see how it has 4 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. And all the seeds stay in the pepper. Now you don't have any seeds on the cutting board. And so remember that next time you go to cut your peppers, because now you could do so many different things with this, right? You could dice it, you could slice it, especially like with this one, you could julienne it, and it makes it that much easier because of the way you cut it. So, something to consider. There's your hack for the day. Because you see, look how thin. I don't know if that's. So buffalo wing cheddar with a buffalo chicken breast with some green peppers and onion. And now we got lunch. And the best thing is you could use this for a couple days. Save that. And these keep for roughly 2 to 3 days. And so look, fold here, fold at the edge, fold in half, and then roll. And that's all we're looking for. Fold in half, fold. Oh, lost all my main peppers. Here, here, and here. And I like to keep these in Ziplocs to keep them from going bad. And there you are. And see, the best thing about these, not even 200 calories, and they are 30 grams of protein. So, can't eat that. See, are they going to fit in these little baggies? Hey, look at that. So one fits. So you might want to put these in a freezer bag. It's like real tight. Yeah, I'd say freezer bag. Put them in the freezer bag. Keep them in the fridge. And these, like I said, these last about 3 days. You'll see a lot of people when they do meal prep, they're like, yeah, you got to do 7 days of meal prep, 5 days of meal prep. And by that 4th or 5th day, you know damn well you ain't eating it. All right, so now let's check to see if these things are cooled down. Perfect. So these are cooled down just the way we want them. We're gonna reapply them back to our container because we are gonna put the cheesecake on top of them. So now that we have that, we have our cheesecake, and let's assemble. Let me get some space over here. So now we have our cheesecake batter. And we are essentially gonna just start making our thing together. So let's get it. Petrucci, my man, what's cracking? Now, I don't know how much I'm putting in here, but we got some. So, let's see. Probably should have measured this shit out, but oh well. So we got our cheesecake on top of our oatmeal cookie cups. And really, I'm just trying to fill the rest of the container, as you can see. It's not anything special. It's just more or less, all right, I think this is going to fill it. And then I'll come back to it a little bit later to make sure it is all in there. And this could be one of these, this is an easy dessert. I saw you're fresh, you're talking to us. Oh, you know what? I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, it's actually something I want to get more into. I like the fractured talk. Like, I had fun when I was doing that beforehand, but I was really still trying to grow and try to get a little bit more confident on camera. But that is something I want to bring back. Because I don't know if you saw my message on my little post that I made, is that our Instagram video blew up to over 1 million views. And it completely changed my Instagram. So the Healthy Yinzer on Instagram, if you want to go check it out. A simple video telling people that their ass looked as flat as a yoga block. And it went viral on Instagram. So we have 1.2 million views on this video, and it completely transformed my my Instagram page. So I've been getting shit tons of messages, getting shit tons of comments, and it's hard to do as one person, because as much as I like making content, I still am a business owner, and I still got to get out here and make money. I can't do it all by myself. So yeah, it's tough. But essentially, I was trying to get more on here. I gotta take a picture of that. Now look at this. That's gonna be good. God damn, that looks real good. I don't know how. Oh, I think I am, but I don't know necessarily how to collect, so to speak. Like, at least on YouTube, like, I wish it would have happened on YouTube, because that would have made my life so much easier, because it would have monetized me. But right now, I still need the watch hours on YouTube. I got the subscribers, but I need like another, I think it's like another 1,500 watch hours. But the thing with on YouTube, which is weird, is that I like making shorts. I don't really make that much long form content, only because I just don't have the patience. But oh, you got to go to Walmart. You got to go to Walmart. But actually, you shouldn't, because right now it is a fucking madhouse right there. But okay, I forgot. I got all this shit in the oven. I start getting carried away on a tangent. Hold on. We got our croissant sandwiches. Look at that. They came out real nice. That's ham, cheese, croissant. And now I gotta put these cheesecake cups into the oven. So actually, let me take a little picture for my IG. because I started doing this live on my Instagram, and I always came here on Fridays to do my live streams. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna forget about you guys, because I was trying to build my YouTube more than my Instagram. I like you guys better on YouTube. But it's funny how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes it's whatever they feel like pumping and promoting. But yeah, it's been a wild ride. You should see some of the messages I'm getting. People asking, how do I grow my ass? How do I grow my? I'm like, look, I'm just an exercise scientist. I'm just out here trying to help you get in shape. I mean, I was never trying to be the ass man. But hey, whatever. Sometimes that's how it falls. But all right, there's a lot of cheesecake batter in here. I think I'm gonna have more cheesecake than I need to. Now talk to me. How's the injury going? Are you doing good with the recovery? You feeling better? You walking a little bit better? You doing the good stuff to keep yourself active, keep yourself sane? Curious. That ankle injury's tough. I got a whole bunch of messages from people. Man, getting infected, getting the screws out. Just that clicking. Now, do you have good dorsiflexion? The toes coming up to the shin, or do you have good plantar flexion? Which is your best movement? I would say. And to be honest, I don't think that clicking ever goes away. Because like I'm literally clicking right here. I'm like snapping. But I'll tell you what though, my ankle has been hurting a lot lately. And I don't know if it's me just trying to do too much or me thinking like I'm back to normal. But damn, does it hurt. Like I feel it almost every single day now. Whereas beforehand, I used to never really feel it. I never thought about it. If you think about it, if you got screws in your ankle and in your bone, that's probably what it is. Because it's got to sit there, especially when you have your tibia and your fibula and you have a screw going right through it. Yeah. We got a round 2 cookie cups. And look at these. These came out perfect. I could probably just eat this just as it is and not actually put the cheesecake on top of it. Yeah, I mean, you ain't even kidding, right? And I think a lot of times, like we overlook. Damn, this is too thick. We overlook that injury, right? It's like, oh yeah, we'll get back to normal. We'll be doing all these different things, but we got to be careful that, like you said, we're not setting ourselves up for chronic osteoarthritis later on in the future. Because I mean, essentially, we are, right? We're all going to be dealing with that arthritis. We're all going to be dealing with some sort of osteoporosis, and it fucking sucks. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, but we know it's going to happen. It's inevitable. And that's why the doctor even said, he's like, look, Nick, you could go and you could do all the walk, you could do all your running, you could do all that shit again. But yeah, I have noticed that's the problem. I was taking that stuff you recommended and then stopped taking it, and then I noticed more pain. So I think that stuff was actually working, so to speak. So I appreciate that heads up, because it actually, I felt it working. Oh, would you look at that? I can only fit these in here, so that means I eat this one. I love when that works out. Let me put that to the side. But yeah, I mean, thing is just staying with it, right? When we get an injury, you know, you're always going to have to deal with it. But it's just how you manage it. I think that's going to be that's the $1 million question. How do you manage a chronic injury? I mean, shit. It's glucosamine and condiments you could buy anywhere, but that specific brand is legit. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Actually, I didn't even realize that those were the active ingredients in there. But yeah, the glucosamine is really good, especially because of the arthritis. And that's actually, it's funny you say that, because my grandma was just asking. She's like, Nikki, you got anything good for arthritis? And I was like, actually, I just started taking this glucosamine. And she's like, I'm going to start using that. Like, okay. This is actually kind of weird because I thought I would have a lot more cheesecake batter, but it's actually filled this up perfect. I mean, there's still a lot in here. Now, are you a cheesecake fan? Holler at me. You guys like cheesecake? To be honest, I shouldn't even be eating cheesecake because of my damn lactose intolerance, but sometimes you gotta suffer, right? And you never want to leave the rest of this. Damn it. What can I do with the rest of this? It's not going to fit. What am I going to do with the rest of this cheesecake mix? Is it going to fit? Could it fit? Am I just being a baby? No, that ain't going to fit. That looks pretty much like it's up to the brim. Oh well. I don't want to waste it. Let's bring this way to the side. Now, have you got into any exercises lately? Have you started getting into like any more impactful exercises? Like not necessarily jumping, but like broad jumps? Anything of that nature? You say Jesus is king. This is Good Friday, right? If that's your thing, if that's your religion, happy Friday. Happy Good Friday. I was actually born on a Good Friday, believe it or not. What to do with the genetics and how well the surgeon put you back together. I thought he did a pretty good job. Oh shit, you see that? I almost just lost all of those cheesecakes. If that would have came back and smacked me in the face, I swear that would have been horrible. I think that's been in there for 5 minutes. Did I not set the timer? Shit. Well, let's see. I didn't set the timer for that the first batch it went in, so we are going to be guessing. Usually it takes 20 minutes, but shit, who knows? Honestly, I would prefer those guys. Those guys are fresh out of college. They have all the new research on their mind. But then again, you look at it, right? Because it's like, do you want somebody who's experienced cutting, or do you want somebody who's been waiting to cut you open and that might make a mistake? Or, thing is, it's hard. You want to trust them. That's all you can do. Just, all right, you're going to drug me, you're going to put me under. All right, I'll sign the paper. Just don't kill me. Make sure I wake up. Actually, believe it or not, fuck it. I pissed myself when I was in the surgery. I woke up in a pile of urine. I said, oh, this is great. I said, what happened? They said, oh, well, you drank too much. I said, well, you're the one who gave me all the damn water. But what are you going to do? You're sleeping, right? You're passed out. You're under anesthesia. I'm going to cut your leg open. You can only do so much. All right. What are we going to make now? We're going to make some real food. So, chicken. We got our smashed potatoes. Elbow arthritis. I think breaking any bone gets you at risk, right? The last thing you want to do is even have that. I mean, I never broke a bone, ever. Not a finger, not a pinky, not anything. Look at the middle of that. until I broke my ankle. Oh, damn. That's real good. Mmm. Damn, I did these. I wish you could taste this. If you want this recipe, let me know in the comments, and I will give it to you. This is an oatmeal cookie. Actually, I think I already made this recipe in my shorts videos many years ago. But damn, this is good. There's that. I got so much shit scattered around here. There's that. There's that. Oh yeah, chicken. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this bag of garlic. This elephant garlic. Fucking $7. So, how's your ankle now? Not too good. Like, as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I could feel it throbs. And I think it's just, it has its days, right? And I'm wearing my UFO shoes. Like, I'm wearing all the protection that I possibly can. I feel like it comes in waves, right? I feel like there's months where I don't really feel it. But then there's months where, and there's days where I feel it every single day, all day. And it's, see, I want to do the hardware removal, but I'm afraid. Oh, you have a chance of not getting it. Interesting. I would get the hardware removed, but I'm afraid of going back under the knife into that recovery process. What about you, Petrucci? What would you do? Would you get the hardware removed, or would you say, no hardware removal for you? Because for me, I feel like that's another way of getting. Well, I feel like it's another way of getting an infection, right? It's just like if they cut you open again, now you have another chance of something going wrong. You have to do another recovery process, which for me, in my business, I really can't do that. It would be an easier recovery. Interesting. I mean, it would be an easier recovery, but it would still be the time. Recovery, drugs, PT, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much, you said it, that's pretty much where I'm at. And the thing is, if it lessens the pain, 24 medicine is much better. That is true. That is very true. Which is also why I think I'm even able to do the stuff that I'm able to do right now with this surgery, right? If you think about it, if you had your ankle broken like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years ago, you're dead, right? Like, you're not coming back. It's like, what are you going to do? You can't fix it. You can't do the internal. You might have elbow. Still hurts to this day. Really? Amputation. We don't. You would have been sacrificed. You would have been eaten. You would have been like, yeah, it's just, you're done. You know, like they don't. You're not doing anything with you anymore. Which is so weird nowadays, right? Because modern medicine has brought us to the point where like you can survive a motorcycle accident. I mean, you're gonna be a little fucked up, but you're gonna survive. You're gonna be put together by screws, nuts, and bolts, but you will survive. I got some marinating chicken. Can you run? I can. Like, I ran. It was like 2 months after after my surgery, after I came back to work and started seeing clients again. I went with a run with a client, and it fucking sucked. Like, it wasn't necessarily like the impact. Like, the impact felt good, but I know. I did it that once, and I said I'll never do it again. The thing is light walking, cycling, swimming, boxing. For me, just striking, that's a way for me to get cardio, and it's a way for me to kick, you know, so I'm still being able to use a little bit of impact on the leg, but nothing like running, like straight full-on running. It sucked too, because I used to play how I got my injury. I do, yeah, still to this day. Thing is I don't, since I'm a southpaw, it sucks, because like even here, like me jabbing, I like to throw my back leg for the roundhouse kick, but everything's just out of the front leg, which is fine, you know, because I can still front leg somebody, I can still switch kick, I can still do all of that stuff. But when it comes down to me actually hitting the bag with this left leg, I'm timid. I'm so timid. Even though I feel like structurally it can handle hitting the bag, I just don't want to do it. Sounds like you need some hardware removal. I got a screw broken in there. However you want to say it, semiotic? No, it's not semiotic. Sesamoid, whatever. But that screw is broken in my leg. But yeah, you probably ain't kidding. I just don't want to go through the whole surgery and all that shit again. That's really my biggest fear. Because that was such a pain in the ass, dude. Like, I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. Just like that whole recovery process, like going through all that again, man, I just do not want to do that. Let's bring you. Let's see if I could bring you over here. Let's upgrade the location. Get you back over here. Yeah, I'm curious. Strictly my opinion. Now, Linder? What happened with you? Did you get any symptoms, or are you still doing good? Or did you get the hardware removal? Talk to us, we need to know. Stiffness, range of motion? Is that before? Get you over here. Where at? Six months from OIF. Oh, you got it done 6 months after it. Interesting. That's wild. I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm not going back under surgery. But 6 months, that doesn't seem bad. Do you feel better? Awesome. Did you guys ever try this? Oh, you haven't got removed that? Ah, interesting. 6 months in recovery from the initial. Oh, you're 6 months in. Oh, so you're slightly walking. Now I'm almost 2.5. I'm almost 3 years. So in July would be 3 years. I'd be out from my my surgery, and it's obviously come a long way, but it still hurts. Like, that's the thing that I don't think people realize, is that like there's still a lot of pressure. But then again, I stand, and I'm an exercise physiologist, I'm a trainer, I'm a chef. Like, I kind of do that to myself. Sticks with us for life. No. The thing is we're like, it's kind of crazy, because whenever I graduated college, I, obviously did a shit ton of anatomy, but when it came down to the ankle and the foot, was actually the time when I didn't spend enough time studying it, and I was like, I'm never really gonna need it. And then I break my ankle, and then I have to go ahead and try to become an expert knowing about my ankle. I was like, you know what? This is karma for me not paying attention about the see, right? Now we're forced to know everything about the anatomy of the ankle, because there's so many bones, there's so many ligaments, it's just like I was like, I'll never need that. I need to train people. I don't need to train people how to lift their ankle. Sure enough. So we have some chicken tenders right here. I've been marinating these for about 2 hours. So if all we hear is sizzle, I apologize. I will move it. if I'm gonna be able to fit all these on here. Holy shit. Usually I do. Oh well. That's the problem. Once you put them on there, you can't move. So let's see if there's marketing. I need to make. What is cheesecake? Oh, we got 2 minutes. Let's bring this out over here. Oh, what you said? You were marketing. I love how this cuts off on me. I've been marinating with sofrito, Puerto Rican base. I get a Spanish sofrito. Sofrito. What's all in there? That's isn't that spicy, right? Slipping on my own floor at home, ran over a wet spot. I remember you told me that story too. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, damn, you really did it to yourself, huh? At least for me, somebody did it to me. Actually, I'd feel more inclined if I did it to myself. I'd feel better, but since somebody broke my ankle and left me in this position, I never get over it. Never get over it. I'm actually suing the person and the facility where my ankle broke because they did, yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, I did. I sued the guy and I sued the facility. Because it was during a hockey game, right? So it was a beer league hockey game that is league mandated. You know, you get the teams, you get all the things. But I don't even know if I should be talking about this. I'll have to hide this video if the lawyers are watching. We haven't really got that far, but when I started researching it, I mean, it's up there. You know, it's a couple 100,000. And the thing is like, for me, oh, thank you. My cooking show has become my ankle show. Well, that's actually one of the things we're going to be doing soon. I just do this just to keep you guys occupied, but I'd rather talk. Oh, is that what he had? What was I talking about? We were going to do the fractured talk. I want to start doing more of the fractured talk on YouTube, being that my Instagram is going to go crazy. And I don't know, I just kind of want to do a little bit of mixture of them both. And so, like, making the short form video. So let me know, because I want to have like ankle discussion, you know, see what's been working with people, what hasn't been working with people, what are you doing differently, like how we're having that hardware removal talk, like being able to talk about the pros and cons. How much money did I sue for? We haven't got, so I'll talk to you. Oh, look at this. Woo-hoo. So I guess I could have done this in a Bain Marie, but look at these cheesecakes. Damn, that's hot. Wow, that's hot. All right, let me give you a little zoom in on here. So, you smell fucking amazing. Holy shit. Wow. So, those are Oatmeal Cookie cheesecake cups. You can see, so this is the difference, right? When you don't use a Bain Marie, let me see my finger. See these cracks? So if you don't use a Bain Marie with cheesecake, that's what happens every single time. Now, I didn't know how that would work strictly in the oven without a Bain Marie like this. But if I were to make this again, I would try to have it where I somehow submerge it in water. But I don't know how that would work with the oatmeal crust. I don't know. But damn, does this smell good. And if you want the recipe for this, holler at me. This is an oatmeal cookie, cinnamon oatmeal cookie crust with a cheesecake topping. So if you're looking for something for Easter and you want to spice somebody, I don't know why I keep grabbing this. It's fucking hot as hell. I just pulled it up again. I feel like I'm Martha Stewart, like, hey, and you know, it's like, but yeah, that's too hot. What the hell am I? There we go. Yeah, but for real though, I wanted to start doing that fractured talk. I don't know if you got back to me. I missed a lot of the chat. And I'm doing this on my iPad too, so I apologize. Did the guy on the... Oh yeah, so that's what we were talking about. So whenever I was playing hockey, I was on a breakaway, right? And was full speed. And I had my left leg planted, right leg up. And the guy slide tackled me right from behind. And, I mean, I went forward, bounced off the ground. Guy called me a pussy. So I told him, go fuck off. So I had my ankle manipulated 4 times before they got it in place. Oh my God. Susan. Oh my goodness. I could feel, I got chills just thinking about that because I don't know about you when you had, that's what I want to know. And the thing is like, he hit me, I was on a breakaway, bounced, stayed there for about 30 seconds, and then got up, tried to put weight on the ankle, and it completely gave out, and because I felt the tibia and the fibula go like this. It was like, and I was like, ooh, that ain't supposed to be there. And called me a bitch, called me a pussy, and I was like, okay, I remember that. And so whenever my lawyer sent him the papers, it's like, who's the bitch now? But essentially, yeah, we are suing him and we are suing the facility because the facility never had us sign for anything, right? So it was their negligence, their part. It was broken, dislocated. It was dislocated, broken, trimalleolar fracture with a dislocation and something else they said. So I had that external fixator on it for, 12 days? 12 days external fixator, sitting in bed with this thing up like this, covered in gauze, bleeding out the edge. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, you get a fat paycheck. You see some of those people that slip out Walmart, and they do that shit on purpose too. They don't believe that, act like they don't. But essentially what happened with mine, it's been almost 3 years. These people, just answered the summons. Like, it was literally the last day. Like, my lawyer was like, look, if you don't answer the summons, we're gonna start like getting the sheriff to come after your shit. And essentially, they showed up to court and they were like, look, why haven't you answered this? Oh, well, we didn't think it was serious. They're like, the dude broke his leg at your place. You didn't have him sign for anything. There was no liability thing. So, yeah. No, they took that shit off. As much as I paid for that, I should have kept it. No, but they gave me the boot. The boot, I'll tell you what, though. Hopefully, I look behind me like somebody's listening. Oh, watch out. If you have that boot and you go to an amusement park or you go to a concert, keep that boot on you. You get like VIP status. As much as I hate to say that, but you'll get cut in front of the line. You will be in front of the stage. You will be driven around. Yeah. Oh, really? Did they give it to you in a little Ziploc? You put it around your necklace and get like a little chain. I don't know if you've ever seen this. Look at this thing. The Herb Saver Pro. You put herbs in here, could put it in your fridge. And it's supposed to save it for a long time. But hey, what are you gonna do? But I can't wait to remove these cheesecake cups. I'm afraid to. I want to do it now. Ah, fuck it. Let's see what happens. No. Not yet. What happened? The guy that broke my ankle. So the guy that broke my ankle, he actually went in. Didn't really have much money or really too much of a pot to piss in. But no, he didn't even offer to help me. He sat there and watched me limp over. And, you know, the thing is he was a guy at the rink that everybody knew was kind of like, he was an asshole, right? He played, like, I don't know if you know about hockey, but, you know, he would be like, the puck would come up in the air and he'd fucking swat it like a baseball bat, you know, with his stick. And it's like, dude, we're right here. And he's trying to get it in midair. It's like, it was only a matter of time before he really hurt somebody. A pylon fracture. I don't think I've ever heard of a pylon. What is a pylon? That's the worst type of break, the pylon fracture? Really? I always thought the trimalleolar was the worst ankle fracture. Is a pylon, is it the bone in the ankle? I'm losing my mind now. Damn, these smell so fucking good. Google it. How am I supposed to Google it? Well, I guess I do got my phone. Alright, hold on. Let me see. Pylon fracture. Tibia. Type of break in the shin bones. Oh my god! Dude! Oh, it comes from pestle, like a mortar and pestle. That's where the pylon comes from. No, I don't think mine was... Holy hell, that sucks. I think mine was just the tibia. Mine broke at the tibia, so the lateral side was the tibia. That's where all my hardware is. Holy hell, I just see this ankle fracture of this person. I don't know if you could see this, but on Google, that is rough. No. You are, like, this right here? Yo. That's what you got, Linder? That's what you're dealing with right now? Bro. No. No. Oh my god. That's brutal. B1 though. Oh my gosh. What happened? Did you say it? I must have missed it. Like, what happened? How did that... How the fuck did that happen? Dude, that is nasty. That's gnarly. Oh my god. That is... You just gotta stay positive though. Yeah, I mean, isn't that with everything though? I feel like flag football. Now, did you roll it? Or did somebody like run into you or just chip over feet? It sucks. I mean, this all happens. B1. That's it. All of our injuries are happening. Well, not all of ours, but during sports. And the thing is, it's like, I don't know if that was a sport that you played often or a sport that you loved playing and doing. But it's like now can't do it anymore. You know? Oh, jump ball. Damn. And what? You came down? Fuck. That's the worst. Now, I would say, are you going to try to play again? But we all know the answer to that. As much as we want to, it's like, what's the risk reward? No, I didn't yet. Did you? What's the what's your thoughts on it? Toxic teammate? Oh my god. Toxic teammate. What the fuck's he doing out here? Just got done arguing with him. Boring movie. Oh no. No, I wanted that to be good too. That sucks. Like, who made it boring? Was it like the premise, the plot, or was it like the acting was pretty boring or like pretty subpar? Like, wondering, why is this not connecting? That's why. There's no rubber. And that sucks for both of those, right? Like, you have a toxic teammate, you're not paying attention, and then next thing you know, it's just that little bit of not paying attention, and then that hurts. But you can't put that on yourself though, right? That's the last thing you want to do. Put that on yourself because you don't want to live with that. It just wasn't. Unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbled for us. You know, they wanted to give us a sign to be stronger in some other avenues in life. And I think a lot of times for people, you got lucky. Wow, what was he saying? You're gonna break your arm or your leg, or how'd you get so lucky? That doesn't seem lucky. It seems like we got unlucky. So we're gonna go in with round 2 of our little cheesecake bites. We'll let that go. Now look up B1. All right. So we are looking up B1. I still can't get over this one right here. Holy shit. So B1. And see, like, if we were doing the idea that I had for the fractured talk, we would be doing this together with the TV or with the screen, and I'd be figuring it out. Which, you know what? I should probably do that. Let me figure out how the hell I'm going to do this. Fractured pylon. A1 simple, A2's commuted, B1 pure split. Look at that. A pure split. Oh, okay, here we go. Pylon fractures. B1. Oh, you took... Yeah, see, that chunk right at that pylon, that's where mine fell off. Right at that bottom. So, like, I see yours broke off that hole. That's a tough one. Mine just was that little chunk that fell off, like right at the edge, right at the divot. That fell off. Let me see if I can find it. Well, we're showing horror stories here. I know I got it saved on my broken ankle, broken leg. Yeah, so this was me. That fucking sucked. That was my external fixator. And this is when it initially happened. Look at that. I was like, it's just an ankle sprain. That's just an ankle sprain, right? It doesn't look like anything broken. Oh, who's this? The vet calling me. Show x-ray. Oh, you're about to see it now. So this, let's see. Well, that one's with the stuff together. Let's see. I know I have a broken one. Okay, so yeah, so this is with the external fixator in it. So you see how I got that little piece that fell off? So I got it drilled into my fibula. It broke on the tibula, and then I got this little piece. So the try was what? 1, 2, and then there was like a smaller fracture in the middle. Fucking sucked. But let me show you. Like, we had blood hanging out and shit. Like, my cat's over here. Like, this was the worst because it's bleeding. You can't do anything about it. And now this is what it looks like right now. Oh, I couldn't side sleep for 3 months. I don't think I have an x-ray. They never really gave me an x-ray of the original. The only x-ray I really got is this and the other ones, and that was because I snapped them whenever I was at the hospital or whenever I went for my PT check-in. But like, just looking back at this, man, like look how skinny that leg turned out. look how skinny that leg got. Get that hardware out? I might have to. I mean, the problem is I just don't want to get into that PTSD of the 13 screw 2 plates later. But see that screw right there? Honestly, it is. Like, that's what I'm looking at. But see where that screw is? It broke right there. Like, all those screws right there, there's really no reason for all that. Yeah, I can never really say that word. But that broke right in half, right where that arrow is. Or, yep, it broke. Because that's what he said. He's like, you could either pull this out, or we could break it. Or it's going to break on its own. And I said, well, I guess we're just letting it break on its own then. All right. Fucking $4. But yeah, now that you're thinking about it, I probably should get some of that hardware removed, right? Because that is an excessive amount. It's not like it's doing anything, right? It's just sitting there. It's not stabilizing. It's literally just sitting in there. Getting yours removed for sure. See, it's just the thing is like going under the like Petrucci said, it's going under the whole thing again, right? It's just like there's more chances to get. But again, I guess it's the fear of the unknown, right? And here I am bitching at people on my Instagram talking about, oh, well, you got to exercise and start living a healthier life, and it's the fear of the unknown that you don't start. And then here it is, the same mentality for me, but for the ankle. 2024, my guy, it is. I know, right? It's not 19 fucking 20. What am I doing? Oh yeah, we want pico. We're making the pico de gallo. When you get it taken out, what if you get it taken out and it still hurts, right? And then you're screwed. Tell them, put it back in. We need to put the screws back in. And if they give them to you in a little Ziploc, maybe you could do it yourself. Get your own Dremel drill and just fucking zzz, 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 right in the same holes. That'd be wild. You screwing your own screws back into the same holes that they took them out of in the first place. That's like next level. All right, so we making a pico de gallo. And I could already tell you, since I already screwed this up because I'm doing the tomatoes first. You do the onions first. Oh my God, I fucked up everything. Honestly, I work with an ortho surgeon, and he told me, he said that the best thing that has ever happened to the practice is CrossFit. He said CrossFit was the best thing that ever happened to ortho surgery. He says in his clinic alone, every day he has at least 1 to 2 CrossFit people, whether it's wrist, whether it's elbow, whether it's knee, hip. He just constantly works on CrossFit people. I'm like, I could see that, because it's all full of shit. All those ballistic movements that nobody needs to really even be doing. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like, with some of these surgeries, actually kind of like the vet. The vet keeps telling me I got to keep going back for my cat. Oh, your cat's got diabetes. Oh, your cat's got worms. Oh, your cat's got this. Your cat's got that. And I'm like, does she though? Or are you just having me coming in here because you're charging me $200 a fucking visit every time I'm coming in? Is that what's really happening here, or does she actually have these health problems? I know she's 12 years old, but damn. Like, this cat's costing me a fucking fortune. She's costing me basically a car payment a month. we're all broken down. You know, it's like when you look at it, like the things we do for our pets, the things we do. If a new cat sees another cat to feel happy, they get stressed when you leave the house. You know what? Maybe that's what she's doing. Maybe maybe since she has nobody, whenever I'm gone seeing clients, she's stressed out. Never thought of that. As she's getting older, I mean, I guess technically, us too, right? We like to be, as humans, we want to be social, whether it's through online measures or in person. But it's like, that does make sense. Because they are a group, right? It's like a pack. Interesting. I never thought of that like that. Cats. Then again, I'm allergic to cats, so it's like, I don't even know why I fucking have a cat. If she didn't find me, I wouldn't even have it. These are some juicy ass. See, and this is why my cutting boards have the juice grooves. For that specific issue. I never knew cats had another cat to be social. Now that I think about it, all the cats that have had more than, the cats that I know that have more than one cat in a house are pretty chill. The cats that are by themselves are the ones that are the most ferocious. They'll claw at you, they'll scream at you, yell at you, begging for food all the damn time. It's like, damn. Cilantro, let's switch the topic. Do you like cilantro? Can you eat cilantro or does it taste like soap? The best. The people that taste like soap, I'm like, oh no. Knees over toes matching the good ankle. Yeah. Not really. So I actually just bought a slant board the other day. I was over at my client's house and she had knee issues. And so she had rehab that obviously didn't go as well as she planned. It still has knee problems. So we busted out her slant board and was doing, you know, just an incline, decline squats on there. Damn. How much do I charge the meal prep? So depends on the person, right? Like for instance, this guy, my guy right here, he's a friend. I take care of him. He streams on Twitch, and so we kind of make an agreement. I stream over here. I give him a lesser rate, so I charge him $65 per hour, and then I do then you got to pay for the groceries. Now, if I'm training somebody in person, it's $85 per hour. And because I drive to you, I bring all the workouts, I bring all the gear to you, bring all the accountability, and that's more of like my in-person stuff. And then once my ankle broke, I realized all my business was in person. So I had no online thing. I was barely doing any online stuff. And I realized I needed to build an online brand because if something were to ever, happen again, knock on wood, I would need something to fall back on. And I realized, because I went through, luckily, I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, that AMC and GameStop shit. Well, luckily I was on the internet whenever that happened and invested some money into it. Is 65 and come on now, you know what we're doing over here. But in that GameStop stuff, I invested a lot of, a couple $1,000s into it, and it blew up. So I had some of that money that I was going to use to kind of like advance the business. And essentially what ended up happening was my ankle got broken. So I had to use that money to live off of because I wasn't working. So it was almost like a blessing. Wall Street Bets, baby, I haven't been on there since because I saw myself getting real addicted to the stock market. And it was tough. I'll be going back to work soon, 4 months post-op, work on trauma. Oh, do you? So you're going to have to go back. You're going to be hard on these people, Susan. You're going to have to show them, like, who the hell's boss. Like, especially you're overseas, too, right? So you're going to have to be telling them really who's boss. But yeah, essentially, like I had to restart all over, right? I had to start the business over. I mean, I was seeing clients while I was in bed with my leg up, virtually, like, all right, 4 more sets of 3. But it's one of those things that I realized I needed to have an online portion of my business. So last year, I worked with a company to do online training, online personal training, online kind of teaching, and saving index funds. Yeah, that's boring stuff, right? Because it just always goes up 2 or 3%. But yeah, it's been good recently, and I've been always grinding, doing my stuff. Helped a lot of people, health and fitness, lose weight, get stronger, and I never really wanted to announce it until I can actually see that it works or see that my program worked. And I've had clients lose 40, 50 pounds, and completely change their life. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this more often. And so that's kind of what I've been using it's weird because all my social media, I'm trying, dude. I'm really trying, and I'm doing it all myself. So if you want to help, please help. The thing is like over on Instagram, it's more like training, more of me doing exercises, more of me doing stuff like that. And over here, it's more of me trying to work with the ankle community and working with that because that's what I love. And so, actually, I never did. That actually probably would work. I don't trust anybody with my clients, though. That's the thing, like training-wise, because I just don't trust that they have the knowledge like I do to help them, like in real time. So cooking, though, on the other hand, I could kind of pass that off and just say, here you go. But it's also essential, like, I like doing both because I'm a yoga teacher, I'm a Pilates teacher. I love how cut my hand off. I'm a yoga teacher, I'm a Pilates teacher, and yeah. Oh, for sure. Hey, Linder, we're always going to be here. I'm always going to be doing these live streams, and if we're smart enough, be doing the Fractured Talk live stream so that we can kind of get everybody together. Because ideally, what I want to do is like a podcast where I bring people in and just through StreamYard, and we just have an open discussion like we are right now of what the hell worked, what didn't work, and start having fun with that. So that's going to be that's pretty much what's going to be happening for my YouTube going forward. I'm going to make that more of like an ankle fracture Discord, more of like almost like a recovery place for people, right? Because I feel like nowadays, and this injury is isolated. Yeah, it's for 100%. I mean, I used to be a very active hockey player. I mean, I'm a personal trainer. But I still, and if there's anything you can get from me, is that I'm still out here doing it, right? 2.5, 3 years later, I'm not letting this injury be the deciding factor for me, right? Like, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, we dealt with it. But sometimes we just got to pick ourselves up. 26 when you did it. I was 30, 32, 31. I'm 34, or going to be 34. I don't even know fucking how old I am. Yeah, 26 young. You'll be just fine. You'll be better than all of us because of our old asses. But the thing is it still sucks, regardless of what age you are. A broken bone's a fucking broken bone. But yeah, I definitely want to do some type of Discord. I just don't know Discord. There's so much stuff in there. I don't really know about it, but definitely want to start doing more of a Fractured Talk podcast, maybe on like a Saturday or a Sunday, something like that. Whatever the community would really be most available to listen and do it. But I feel like if I do it correctly, people can listen to it whenever the fuck they want to. So do it and put it up on Apple, Spotify, whatever it is. I just want to let people know that there's other people like us out there. And sometimes I feel like people feel very isolated with this type of injury, and they feel like they're by themselves. So if we can help them, let them know that, hey, we're out here, I think that would be great. Having hope will make me avoid arthritis. 100%. You don't know about that science? Damn, these ones turned out perfect. There ain't no cracks in those. Actually, there's cracks as I bring it out. Shit. Wait, how? No, you just wish. You just wish and hope. But the thing is positivity heals, right? The law of attraction. No, for real. That's honestly the law of attraction. See, we already said that. That's what I'm talking about. No, but that's really it though. Not letting this injury define who you are, right? You don't count the days, you make the days count. And that's, you could write that down, quote that. You don't make, you make the days, you don't count, you count the days. How the hell did I just say that? You count the days, don't count the days, make the days count. That's it. Tell you what, these cheesecake things look absolutely fucking amazing. Where's my avocados? Oh. And we got our lime. Now, so with this lime, see how this is tough? Well, not that that really makes it, but like, see how you can't squish it? You do this. Ow, fuck. Yeah, don't do that with your fingertips, but stack this thing down and then push it into the cutting board. Yeah. If you do this, it actually gets it a little bit more juicier. So, you have questions about all of this? I mean, we're here. Chat, talk. We're right here. You ain't gonna get any better time than now, right? On a live stream. Throw your questions out there, and we'll answer them as much as possible. And everybody that's in here, we're all suffering through the same thing. So we could be there, you know what I mean? You're on a live call with 3 people, 4 people who are suffering through the same stuff, still kind of in the denial phase. Like, why did this happen to you? Why did this happen to get back? I'm gonna walk. I know it sounds crazy, but 6 months ago, no, it doesn't sound crazy because I was in denial for the better part of a year. But it wasn't until I switched my mindset of realizing what is the why. You're like, why do I want to come back? Why, instead of, you know, and that's the thing, right? Because you're putting so much energy into this negativity that it's affecting the way that you're thinking about positivity, right? You put yourself into so much negative connotations, you'll never be able to get yourself into a positive mindset. How's it going? Right. But you think about it, you only got so much bandwidth. Think of it like a battery, right? Your battery's 100%. If you're spending 60% worrying about the bullshit, you're only left with 40% to focus on the positives. So like, if you're able to shift that number, yeah, we know it sucks, but if you're able to shift it to like 20%, damn, this sucks, but the 80% is like, damn, I'm gonna get better, that's where you see the true growth, because you gotta attach it to a why. If you're just trying to get better just to get better, that ain't gonna work. You gotta dive deep. Like for me, I wanted to get better so I could service my clients, so I could keep my business alive. To keep my, still trying to build something, not letting this be the end all be all. And once I was like, you know what, that is true. I did go to school for 6 years to learn all this shit. I'm not gonna let this one simple thing be the deciding factor. And once I made that mindset shift, I was like, oh fuck, I got this. This ain't gonna bring me down. And I was in the same place. I was like, I'm never gonna walk again. I'm never gonna play hockey again. I'm gonna limp. I'm going to be in pain. I'm going to get fat. I'm going to, you know, like all these stuff started going through my head. But it's up to you and realize that you set these limitations for yourself. Nobody else does. And once you're able to get that kind of squared up into your mind, you go, I guess it isn't so bad. I guess I am going to just have to focus on what you can control, because in reality, the injury already happened, right? You can't do anything about it. The healing, you can't do anything about it other than, actually you can, and that's doing the stuff that you are already currently doing. So there's no reason to dwell about it. Because it already happened, right? The only thing you can do is focus on the positives, focusing on your why and moving forward. And once you're able to do that, life starts to come a lot easier, because then you look at things a little bit differently. You respect things a little bit differently. Lost friends over this? Fuck. Of course you are. But you know what? You're still young. You're still young, and the thing is they weren't really your friends to begin with. If they're not going to be here for you whenever you're going through this, you don't want them in your life anyways, to be honest. As much as that seems, that's what it comes down to. Like, if they're not going to sit here and ride or die with you through the worst time of your life, they're not even somebody you want when things are going good. And trust me, I'm finding that out real quick. A lot of people on Instagram, they didn't like any of my shit. They didn't share any of my shit. They never commented on any of my stuff. They were always in the stories, watching. And once I had the video blow up to 1 million views, oh, Nick, I'm so happy about your success. I'm so happy about your... Yeah? What's up? Yeah, let me cut this real quick. Give me 1 minute. But that's something you want to think about. What's up? Oh, what do you want?
Oh, you're buying too? You're buying too?
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
Well,
Do that for dinner.
what were you gonna? What did Nick have?
I was gonna make you huevos rancheros. You ever had that? So it's essentially like a tostado with a wave on top.
What would you rather do?
You like pico de gallo? You like Mexican food? There you go. Well, order something, and then I'll have it set up and heat it up. And
I was kind of looking forward to 12 whiskey. We ordered from this place called 12 whiskey.
Oh, God, never heard of that.
Oh, it's good.
Really?
Yeah.
12 whiskey.
And
Nope.
they got these cowboy beans.
Cowboy beans.
Yeah, there's like 3 different kinds of beans. They put like a bunch
Like the cowboy. Okay, a cowboy caviar type thing.
Yeah, it's like 3 different kinds of beans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like baked beans, but you know. And then they're like on time and they give good service.
Oh, they're actually on time too.
Good portions.
Damn! Would you look at that? Look at my pico. But yeah, focus on the positives. That's gonna get you a long way. Life's too short, too precious to be sitting there thinking negatively all the time. Because to be honest, it won't get you anywhere. And I've been there. I used to think so negative. I used to think the world was crashing around me. Everybody was out to get me. And I realized it was my own self-limiting belief that kept me thinking that way. And once I was able to kind of say, damn, Nick, grow the fuck up. Quit being a bitch. I realized it was just me. So, you're still young, man. Keep it. You know, like, you have a whole bunch of shit. I didn't graduate college till I was 28 years old. So, Trust me. And that's when I started my business. That's when I started things. So like, am I? Yeah. I actually genuinely, I I have my business. I got people that respect me. I like making content. I got people on a live stream that I'm talking to. Like, I feel like I'm happy. Um, could we always be better? I think so, right? If you find yourself like, because you got to remember, right? The goal of life isn't the destination, right? You don't want to like get to a place and just that's where you want to be and then you get comfortable. The goal in life is the journey, right? It's everything that happens. Like you use this as a learning experience. You use like your job as a learning experience. The loss of friends is a learning experience because you realize that these people, were they really your friends in the first place? You know, it's like a lot of these things happen to us as a sign. And I think if we can switch our mindset to look at that, you become a better person overall because then you stop taking shit so seriously, right? And just having that the mindset of abundance. There's a lot of shit out there that you can accomplish. There's no reason to be closed-minded and having these self-limited beliefs because essentially that's all they are. Like there's so much shit out there. There's millions of people out there. There's millions of things to do. The only reason we don't do it is because we believe we can't do it or we believe that we're going to fail when we do it. And failure is the first attempt in learning. Remember that. Like if you're not failing, you're not trying. Like that's what it comes down to. Now, do you want to be failing in life over and over and over again? Might not be the best way to do it, but it's, eventually, if you look at it that way, you're going to find there's going to be a win somewhere.
Oh, Friday night, man. You gotta bring down the skull. You gotta get skull fucked. Right?
The skull!
Oh,
I guess that's one way of saying it. That's one way of doing it.
yeah.
Get skull fucked. Oh, shit. That's too much.
This stuff goes right to the skull, too, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. I was at the happiest in my life when this happened. So was I. I just got, COVID just ended. I was just about to, I had $20,000 in the bank account. I was about to make a new online portion of the business. I just left Sedona with my grandma, my girlfriend. We had a great time. I had vision. Everything was going to be, everything was going great. And then, boom, they took it right from under you. But that's usually what happens in life, right? It's whenever, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day too. We're just sitting here telling war stories about the times when it wasn't so great. But you also gotta have those times whenever they are horrible because you gotta look at it from, where you're at now. Remember, it's all mindset. It's all in the head. Your external circumstances do not dictate your internal reality. And remember that. External circumstances do not dictate your internal reality. So, anything that's happening externally, you still are you as a person. Now, all that other shit might get clouded in the brain, but you're still you as an individual. You're still you as a person. The values that you have. The thing is now the values might have shaped up a little bit differently. Now, you're respecting the disabled, the handicapped population a little bit more because now you're part of it, right? And the thing is it makes sense. It just gives you a different reflection of people around you. And I think that's something you want to consider, is that you don't want to necessarily be the person who everything's going good for, because that's boring. Like life is boring if you're perfect. You don't want to be perfect. Perfection is not what we strive for. What we are striving for was consistency. And if you could do that over the course of the recovery, whenever you are able, you'll respect it a lot more. But yeah, I can go on a tangent about this stuff all day long because essentially that's what I do with a lot of my clients. It's mindset, it's accountability, it's coaching, talking people not necessarily off the ledge, but talking people that we know we are capable of more. And I think a lot of times we put these limiting beliefs on ourselves to say that we can't do something just because we don't have the skills. Fuck that. You figure it out. I didn't know how to run a business whenever I started. I just did it. 8th grade, see my brother on spring break, been about 25 years now. Yo, you have to go back to Sedona. That is my home away from home, I think. I'm in Pittsburgh. But it's the vortexes. You feel that energy. You feel that now. So why can't you run now? Are the muscles not strong enough? I just don't want to do it. But when I did it, that impact, that hard impact over and over again, I didn't find any value from it, to be honest. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I could do a jump squat. Like, that's fine. Like, that impact's good. I just don't feel like running, to be honest. Like, my cardio is bikes, kickboxing, Muay Thai, peripheral heart action training, different types of circuit training. So, like, my cardio is fine. It's just that the running, the risk reward, just there's no reward. It's all risk. All right, now let's look for this big reveal here. Ready for the big reveal? Yep, arthritis, osteoarthritis. Look at that. That worked. That looked out pretty good. You like cheesecake?
Yeah.
You like cheesecake?
We made those?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, what do you mean? That is an oatmeal cheesecake.
Whoa.
Yeah, you better settle down
I'm
now.
in, man.
See, you're getting
You
spoiled.
better hide those.
I am.
You gotta...
Steve, you hear this? I gotta hide these. Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me it's healthy cheesecake?
No, it's not at all.
Oh,
It's the
oh.
last thing.
I was gonna say, that's like an oxymoron.
No, there's no
Healthy.
such thing as healthy cheesecake.
Oh, shit.
But what there is that it's oatmeal crust, so it's healthier in that regard.
There's no such thing as healthier cheesecake. I'm sorry.
No, there's not. That's an oxymoron.
That's a lie straight from the pit of hell.
Yeah, you don't want that. That's a lie.
That's a chef lie.
That's a chef lie. Hey, this is healthy cheesecake. You won't gain 10 pounds on when you eat this whole thing. But no, this actually turned out so fucking good. That is our oatmeal cookie, and that is the cheesecake topping. Now you see, I would like to have that half and half, but the cookie was too thick.
All right, I'll be there.
So, oh well.
Oh, the food? Oh, okay.
Now we gotta put these in. Well done. Thank you. But you gotta refrigerate those.
Oh,
You like that?
oh yeah. Like I said, hide 'em.
I did, yeah. Well, actually, I lie. I didn't come up with it on my own. I connect. Damn, we lost the connection. YouTube saying YouTube cut us out. YouTube said, "What the hell you doing? You've been on here too long. Those look too damn good." But they make 20 of these. So, yeah, essentially what I was saying is that I don't know how far or how much you lost or how much we talked about, but essentially I saw a recipe for oatmeal. Oh, why did the doctor say you can't run? Okay, so that conversation. Doctor said I could run, however, it would be a fast track to osteoarthritis. That's what he said. He said, you can do it. He said, you ain't running any marathons anytime soon. He said, and to be honest, I wouldn't even run a 5K if I was you. I said, oh, okay. Well then. There we go. Internet's We're getting all type of technical difficulties today. But yeah, essentially he said it would be a fast track to osteoarthritis. And I was like, all right, we won't be doing that then. So essentially I said, we ain't doing it. Well, I mean, what did yours say? Yours didn't say anything like that? I mean, mine is, he's a osteo surgeon, UPMC, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, one of the better medical places. How much cartilage you destroyed? I think a lot. I think a lot. I think we lost a lot. Nah, he didn't. Shit. Well then, maybe mine's just crazy. No, but mine, he was pretty. I mean, he's one of the best that was out there, I think. But that, don't they all say that? Like, yeah, I'm the best surgeon. It's like, are you? Or are you just the one that's charging me all this money? Oh, look at our little chicken tenders. Look at that golden brown too, huh? And these little Pyrex. Did you graduate last in your class? Yeah, did you graduate last year? I hope you're not talking about me. Or my doctor. I was gonna say, I know I didn't. Actually, who knows? I might have. I graduated. I had a 3.4 GPA. It wasn't 4.0, but I was also working 2 full times. Reread it. I was actually. It's kind of crazy I even graduated because I worked 3 jobs. I took 16 credits, and I was starting my business. It was, yeah, and I was a sous chef at a restaurant, so it was a lot. According to you, every doctor says that they're the best. Yeah, and actually, a lot of them, they'll say that they're the best, and they're doing the same thing as everyone else. So it's like, are you really the best? Or are you just saying this? Most of the time, they're just saying it. Now we gotta stash these things, don't we? Look at these. I'm just so happy that these turned out the way that they did. Look at that. Now, if I can make these like healthy, we'd be on to something. Or healthier. They're not horrible for you. Obviously, they're not the best thing for you. But I don't know. It almost looks like these are gonna rip if I try to get them out. Wow, that one, it like completely submerged it. I actually kind of like that look. Maybe that's why they want to rip on here. Yeah, look at that. But you know what though? I think you're thinking too much of the negative, right? You're still young. You still have a lot of time ahead of you. The recovery time, yeah, is it gonna suck? Fuck yeah, it's gonna suck. But the thing is if you have the will to get better, you will get better. It's like, it's as simple as that. Like Petrucci, like Susan said, if you think that you're gonna get better, you will get better. If you don't, you think the world's going to crash around you, the world's going to crash around You just got to know that you're still young and have yourself be and figure out your why. And that's maybe something when you're done, when you get off of here. What's your why? Why do you want to get back? What is it? Actually, answer it right now. Why do you want to get back? Why do you want to get healthy? Why do you even want to walk again? What is the... People live happier lives in a wheelchair. So why do you want to walk again? You want to run again? Well, there you go. That's your why. Don't take it from me just because I don't want to run. You want to jump. You want to play volleyball and basketball. There you go. That's why you're going to do everything that you possibly can to get back, because you want to do what you just told me. And I want you to write that down somewhere. Look at you. You're getting your own little coaching call from me. Former D1 football player. Come on now. You were... Damn, that's good. Damn, that's good. Yeah, I mean, and it's the truth, right? And the thing is we are our own worst critics, right? And you got to figure out what is going to be your main reason. If you don't have a why, and this is for anything in life, if you're just going through life just to go through it, I actually just posted this on my Instagram. I don't know if you guys follow me on my Instagram, but Healthy Yinzer on Instagram. Go give it a follow. We just hit 11,000 follows. But essentially, what I was saying is, like, you have three ways. You could be on the same team, but you have three ways of thinking about it. Like, personal development, personal growth isn't for everybody. Like, let's be real. Even though I'm a coach and I want to help people, I want to see them get better. I want to see, the best out of everyone. Not everybody wants to improve their situation. A lot of people are fine status quo. They like sitting on the couch. They like just bullshitting around. They like going to the bar every weekend. They like smoking weed. They like doing all this stuff. And that's fine, and life just flashes them by. And then next thing you know, they're 50 and they're like, well, I didn't do shit my whole life, what the hell? Now they have this existential crisis. And that could be somebody, and that's fine. And they live their lives. Or you could be somebody who wants to change their life, gets themselves, that puts the jersey on, so to speak, and just to say that they're on the team. Now, maybe they gained a little bit, maybe they didn't, but they just wanted to be on a team. Or you could put in all the fucking work, possibly, and do everything that you need to do in order to level up and be that person to get back to volleyball, to get back to basketball, and make that your only destination. And so you have three choices. It's really up to you to decide what road you're going to go. And a lot of times we want to go, we'll go, I want to join the team. But then once you realize you're committed, then you just make that hard right, and then now you're going to do everything you possibly can to get back, because essentially it sounds like that's what you want to do. So there's no reason not to. That positively come back. Well, thanks, Susan. I really appreciate that. But it is, like, a lot of times it's like, how do you stay... Yeah, I just don't know. If I do that stuff, will I fuck up my ankle more? Probably, but I kicked the bag the other day. I mean, I knew it's not the best thing for my ankle, but you know what? It was for my head to tell myself that I can do it. Like, and you got to do those little things too, right? Like, you got to put yourself into an uncomfortable situation to really grow, right? How do you know if you're going to be able to play basketball again if you don't get out there on the court, dribble it, and go up and down and do a layup and then land on it for that first time? Like, for me, like, I want to play hockey again, and I'm going to do it, like, and I'm actually going to document it when the weather gets warmer. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to show everybody, like, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm feeling, and I'm going to make a video series about it, my road to hockey recovery. I don't fucking know. I have to think of something cool. If you have any cool names, let me know. But at least I want to show people, like, what it's like, suffering from a horrible injury and then coming back as a regular person, doing the sports, doing the things that you love. Because I feel like we think we can't get back to it, but essentially it's in the mind. Again, it's that self-limited belief that we have on ourselves that is preventing us to do that. It's like when people are trying to lose weight, you know, we find we get, and it's like, well, I'm never going to be able to lose weight because I tried it before. Well, if you tried it before and you failed, that just means that you have some skills to do it when you try it again, you know? And I think if you have that mentality where you don't get defeated by when shit goes wrong, you're always looking at stuff as a learning opportunity. And especially since you're young, you're in your mid-20s, you got a lot of learning capabilities and a lot of learning opportunities coming up. Now, this one might just be the biggest one you might face, and so take it for granted. Learn from it, become a better person from it. Maybe this might make you a nicer person to people around you. Maybe because now you can relate to somebody going through some bullshit, you know? And so learn from it, make it something that you can learn from instead of something that is negative all the time, if that makes any sense. Because that helped me. That helped me tremendously. As I'm sitting there in my bed, my girlfriend's washing me, bathing me, cooking my food. I almost was in a bedpan, and I told myself, I won't do that. I have to get up, you know, like stabbing myself in the stomach every night with Lovenox. That's not fun. But I learned who I am. I learned who my girlfriend is. I learned who are the people that I want to surround myself with. Did I lose friends like yourself? Of course. Did anybody show up to my house? No. Nobody showed up. None of my friends showed up. Did anybody from that hockey team show up? No. Nobody showed up. Did anybody from the other team show up? No. And the thing is did I want them to? No, because I didn't give a shit, because they weren't actually people I cared about. There's enough people that cared about me. The people that cared about me were there. They showed up. And those are the only people I wanted to surround myself with. And that's something you got to think of. Were those people who were there, were they really there for you in the first place? If they're not here for you now, when the shit's going tough, they were never supposed to be there. Then that's just truth. That is just the truth. And unfortunately, it's always the hardest thing, right? Because you're like, oh, maybe this was... That's the mentality. That's what I like to see. And especially since you're young. Like, to be honest, I had one of my really good friends. He was a little messed up in the head, but he was one of my good friends. He had me buying Bitcoin when it was $100. I don't have any more of it. I wish I did. But essentially, he was a good guy, but he always had the world was working against him. Nick, oh my God, everybody sucks, everything sucks. And then he had a mental break, and he was one of my good friends, and he deleted my number, deleted me off of PlayStation, deleted me off of this. So Jack, if you're ever reading this or watching these videos, contact me. But I still haven't heard from him in many years. And the thing is he was a really good friend, and was he though? You know, I thought he was, but then he had a mental break, and then when we reached out to try to connect with him, he never connected. So it's like, was he a good friend? Who knows? Was he just an acquaintance? Could have been. And that's the thing. You don't realize it until something like this happens, and then you're like, oh shit. These people weren't even with me in the beginning. And I'm seeing a lot of that right now on my Instagram. Since I had that viral video, and people are commenting, talking to me, Nick, oh my God, your rise on Instagram, it's so great. But these are also the same people that didn't share one video when I was getting 100 views, 50 views. These are the same people that were always on my stories. These are the same people that they never showed up to any of my in-person events. And, you know, when things start going well, they're like, oh, hey, man, I've been watching the whole time. You know, but I'll say, yeah, okay, yeah, cool. No, because those people were never there when it really mattered. And the people that were there, those are the people you want to really respect and be able to go above and beyond for them, because it's, you know, it means a lot. But essentially, we just had a nice little fractured talk cooking show. How long have we been going on for? Damn, we've been almost on for 2 hours. Holy fuck. We clean this shit up and get the hell out of here. But it's always great talking to you. I always like giving some motivation. I always love being able to talk to you and breed some positivity. So hopefully you're able to get something out of this. You know, what you should, because we talked about your why. We talked about your friendship. We talked about what's going on. And I'm a chef as well. Let's go. Let's go. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on there. We can talk, chat. Yeah, and because my iPad is about to die. After my initial physio, I will get extra help from the PT and then we get more range of motion. That's right? Listen to Susan. But it's also what you do outside of the house. Don't rely on just the PT to try to fix you. You go to PT twice a week, but you also got to do your band work 15, 20 minutes a day, 3 times a day. It doesn't stop. Like, I'm still doing ankle circles. I'm still doing gas pedals. I'm still doing lateral leg lifts. Like, I'm still doing all this stuff. And it's almost 3 years later. So that's life. That's going to be your new life from here on out. As much as we don't want it to be, it's what it is. And that's the card we're dealt with. And so we just got to play the hand that we're dealt with, right? There ain't no, can't fold, because if you fold, you don't know if you're going to get another card back. So you just got to play the hand that you're dealt with and keep it going. But on that note, how's ankle? You just missed a 2-hour discussion about it. But we're having good. All positivity. Peace, love, protein. Have a good weekend. I'll see you. Get me on the IG. Do your own stuff. Susan, message me on Instagram too, if you have one. I'll see you on the next one. Maybe it'll be fractured talk next time. I don't know. But yeah, but stay tuned. I want to show you these. Let me show you this before I leave. Ooh. Our oatmeal cheesecake cups. Do you want the recipe? Holler at me. I'll see you on the next one.